All right, welcome to the AI Monday podcast. For a second, I forgot what podcast we were on.
Which
Today
one is
I
this?
have I did the work this time. I prepped something. I did something, and so Nathan just has to participate. However, I tell him to participate. But I wanted to start with a little update, and that is they made the first, what are they calling it? Synthetic biological intelligence. Did you see this? Basically, they made the first like computer that actually runs on real life human brain cells.
I
So,
did I did
yeah,
see something of that. Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. And it was, I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess, the potential possibilities. But what was weird is it's real human brain cells and it lives for 6 months
Hmm.
and then it expires. Kind of weird, kind of interesting. We'll see. We'll see where that goes. But that is a good story for today's activity because as we're going more
What are we
towards
doing? What are you doing with me?
I'm harvesting your brain cells. It's gonna be
Oh,
fun.
okay.
No, but we're just talking about robots. Robots are great.
Mm.
We're making more robots are becoming more and more human, more and more relatable, relational. So what we're gonna do today is I have a pretty probably easy game. We'll see. And we're just gonna do a robot smackdown head-to-head bracket form challenge of I'm gonna show you two robots and you're gonna decide. I think what I'm gonna do instead of like this isn't a would they win in a fight, you know? This is like,
Mm.
okay, if you could be friends with one of these robots, which would you choose? I think it's more that kind of thing because this isn't I think that's gonna make,
Like which one do I
some of you
want,
guys have more of a
basically?
chance. Yeah, which robot would you want as a pal, as a buddy, as a friend, as
Mm.
a partner in crime? I don't know, whatever. That's kind of the way I'll word it is I'm going to show you two robots and you're going to tell me which one you would rather be friends with. And we're ultimately going to come to the top dog, the final robot that you would choose to have in your corner. Again, not for a fight. I keep using fight things. But it'll be fun. I tried to make it so that you know of all of these robots at least, because there's a lot of robots in fiction. These are all fictional
So
robots, by the
they're
way.
so they're fictional robots.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
And there's a
okay.
lot of robots in fiction, and there's a lot that I don't think you're as familiar with, or I'm not as familiar with at least. Um, oh, sorry. And since we, grew up in the same household, I figured we probably have similar exposure to fictional robots. So are you ready?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, cool.
It's only fictional though, so it's not like Optimus or anything. I'm not picking actual robots.
Do you think Optimus? Oh, I thought you meant Optimus as in
Not
Optimus
Optimus
Prime.
Prime. He's
I'm like,
not,
you think
I
he's
mean,
real?
he's
No,
not a
just
robot either.
fictional robots this time. Just fictional robots
He's
this
an
time.
alien, Jordan.
Well, true, but he's also kind of a robot. But anyways, all right. I'm going to go ahead and show you this. All right. Our first head-to-head challenge. Would you rather be friends with R2D2 from Star Wars or Wally from Wally? And I'm going to be taking notes as we go so I can keep building out the brackets. And I apologize for the poor quality of this, but it's all for the fun of the
Are you
game.
kidding me? This is amazing. Um, Man, I hate that this is already off to a hard start. I'm like trying to think of the practical capabilities. As
You have
far
to
as, and
definitely talk through your process out loud so that we can know how you're judging, so that we can judge you based on your judgments.
this sounds sarcastic, but I feel like that's what I was actually supposed to do. Yeah. So this is a friend. I don't know. I don't have as many problems with R2D2 as I do with C3PO. I hate that guy. So I'd probably go with R2D2 out of these two.
All right. All right.
Wally
Why?
sounds great, but I think I just think of him as far as like good for trash. It'd be nice because I could, throw things on the floor and you could, take care of them. But that's not really a friend.
What's the benefits of having R2D2 around though?
Well, he's got like he first of all he can zap my enemies. He's got that like little electrocution thing, and then he's got like the data chip things. And I know I can't really use those because Star Wars and I don't have any of their technology. He's got the hologram projection, so if anyone can ever record me a message, that'd be really cool. And then he can also fly, and like sometimes they're able to like kind of grab on for a second. So I don't know. It just seems more practical than or more fun than Wally. Wally seems a little more
R2
practical,
can
but not in a
fly?
friend way. R2D2 has like a rocket. underneath him so he can.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know enough about Star Wars. All
that's
right,
how he
next
gets into like spaceships. He like is in like the droid post, and so he flies up into it.
one. Huh, good to know. All right,
I'm sure he can do a lot of other things I'm not thinking of too. So
I have a feeling the next one won't be so hard. We have C3PO versus the Iron Giant.
I don't like either of these, so I don't think they'll make it very far. But Iron Giant, just because C3PO deserves to be melted.
Oh my gosh, why do you have such a problem with
I
C3POs?
hate how much other people like him. That's pretty much the main thing is I think he's so annoying, and then when other people like him, I'm like, wait, what? Like if everyone, it's like Jar Jar Binks is pretty much universally hated, so I don't hate him that much because I'm just like, yeah, everyone doesn't care for him. But C3PO, man,
All right, fair enough.
he's never helpful. He's always stupid.
Wow. Wow. Okay, next one. We have Baymax from Big Hero 6 versus Rosie the Robot. I don't know if you're as familiar with her, but she's from the Jetsons. She's like their maid.
Yeah, I mean, I recognize just literally by the animation. I'm gonna have to go with Baymax. He's the one I know. Plus, I mean, come on, Baymax is actually the goat. So,
All right, next one. We have T-800 from Terminator versus Optimus
I
Prime.
mean, again. He could be arguably a robot, but Optimus is an alien. I'm just saying. I'm still going to go with Optimus Prime because,
The other ones, I mean, he's not like the most attractive.
yeah, I mean, he kind of reminds me of you.
Wow, thank you. Do I look like
He's
just
got a
being more
big shiny
control?
head.
He's got a big shiny rude. That's why I'm always wearing a hat.
Hmm.
All right, anyways, next one. Bumblebee versus I think this
Mm,
guy's named Robot, I guess, from Lost in
right.
Space.
I don't like Lost in Space Robot very much. He's got like a connection type thing that's like for certain people, but not me. I just want a friend, and Bumblebee's actually fun, so obviously Bumblebee.
All right, fair enough. Carl from Meet the Robinsons. I had to put him in there, okay. And K9 from Doctor Who, little robot dog dude.
I don't know Doctor Who at all. Carl, for sure.
Carl's great. All right, next one. Vision. Oh, who I realize is pretty humanoid or robot, but hey man, it's fine. And versus TikTok from Return to Oz, everyone's favorite childhood movie.
I'm gonna go with TikTok because he bothers me way less.
Vision bothers you? I mean, I
Um,
heard you say that
he's
Vision
such a
bothers.
know-it-all. Bro
Hmm.
thinks he's like a god or something,
He was able to lift Thor's hammer.
and then he died. So,
Hmm. All right. TikTok's great though. TikTok's
yeah, he
and
is.
you do have to wind him up all the time though, so.
Well, but what's nice is if I don't want him around, then I can just wait a little bit.
Oh my gosh. Just take a break. All right, I'm putting TikTok down. Next one. We have Ultron from Avengers Age of Ultron versus Mecha Godzilla, who's the robot version of Godzilla. Pretty cool.
I want to choose Mecha Godzilla because it's funny, but Ultron's just too cool. He'd probably like kill me for some reason, but as if like if we were buddies, maybe he wouldn't.
That for some reason feels like just because you're a human, since he kind of thought that we should all be annihilated or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still going with Ultron.
All right, fair enough.
So now are you gonna like recreate the bracket?
Yep, just give me 1 second.
Sick. Dude, I was looking so long for AI updates and I'm like, sure, all the big names, Copilot, Meta AI, Gemini, ChatGPT, all of them had like these little things of this got an upgrade or that new, demo of that new version came out and this one copied, the fact that like ChatGPT has their canvas option so you can like create, but now, Copilot has something like that. And it's everyone's kind of just copying each other and upgrading little by little. Grok 3.5 is delayed, so I don't know. I just couldn't find anything. Then you're like, I got you. I'm like, all right, cool.
I got you.
Works
All
for me.
right, round two. We have R2D2 versus the Iron Giant.
Surprisingly enough, R2D2 stays in the race.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah,
Iron Giant's
I have
cool
nothing
though,
against
and
that
he's
robot.
huge.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't want him.
Really? You'd be able
I'd
to
get
like travel so far so fast.
R2D2 can fly.
Oh my gosh. I'm just
No,
joking.
I think the only problem I have with R2D2 is when I watch like any of the latest shows and he and C3PO show up for a minute, it's just such a we're trying to throw in a character, you know. Look at us. We have this character. And they
Hmm.
don't actually like do much with him. R2D2 from the original movies was fantastic, of course.
All right, fair enough. Up next we have Baymax versus Optimus Prime.
Mm,
It's getting
mm,
harder.
it is. Oh
Baymax
man,
could
this one's
take care of you
actually
if you got hurt.
I know Baymax is all the
Optimus
healthcare
Prime,
stuff.
you probably get hurt a lot.
Well, yeah, but that being said, Optimus Prime is a car, and
Hmm,
like
true.
again, travel capabilities. I don't even have a car, so that would be that would be really nice.
Oh God.
Baymax is like I don't know. It's hard because it's like again, I'm thinking practically Optimus Prime. If we're trying to say the best like friend, I'd have to go with Baymax.
I am trying to go for friend.
I know, so I think I'm
I
gonna go
get
with
the
Baymax
practical.
because I'm like Baymax is practical, and yet I would have Baymax around just to hang, you know?
All right. All right. Fair enough. Up next we have Bumblebee versus Carl.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jordan.
A lot of this comes down to like personality, I guess, right? If we're doing friend stuff.
It does, I know.
It's fair.
And I'm sorry. I know you wanted him to stay in the race a little longer, but I'm gonna have to go with Bumblebee, not
I'm
Carl.
happy that Carl made it to round two, honestly. I am.
You probably
I
did that on purpose. You put him up with against someone else. You're like, come on, you'll make it.
I didn't. I just wrote everyone down in the order that it was given to me by the definitely generated by me content. So,
Mm.
yeah. All
Why
right.
didn't you remove the background from these? You could have
Oh
like
my
in
gosh,
one
I made
click.
it in the last like 5 minutes.
Okay.
All right, next one. Voltron versus TikTok. That is quite the
Mm.
match. And that's
Mm.
honestly kind of hard, actually.
So this is who would win in a fight.
No, it's not. But if it was, it'd still be TikTok.
One of them is cooler but wants to kill me.
Right. You're all puppets tangled up in strings. I love Voltron.
Was a friend, huh? I'm gonna have to go with TikTok.
That's fair. TikTok's great.
Hmm.
I feel like anyone listening or watching this who doesn't know who TikTok is now gonna have to like look them up and experience the joy that is TikTok. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Round three. R2D2 versus Baymax.
Why is this so hard?
They both have
Hmm.
personality assist.
R2D2 can't talk. Like he can make noises, and maybe I'd understand them, but like that is a surprisingly nice factor.
When it comes to brain power, though, like I would say R2D2 is smarter. Like Baymax can do a lot,
Yeah,
but he's
it's
kind of
hard because
dumb.
it's just like, is R2D2 programmed for the actual real world? You know, like that's what I have to think about. I'm like, if all he knows is space knowledge of a bunch of fictional planets, and like he works with technology that doesn't actually exist, and you know, all those things, it's like, how is that helpful? But if he was programmed for the world that we actually live in, I would choose him.
You know what I just realized is you keep talking about R2D2 flying, and Baymax, when he's got his suit on, he also flies.
But
So
Baymax doesn't have his suit right now,
not in
and
this
I don't
picture.
think I can make that.
Okay, 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 okay. I like it. We'll stick with the photos that we
Which
have.
one charges by USB-C?
I'm gonna guess not R2D2 for
I'm
that.
gonna guess not either of them. One is futuristic and one is what, like in a galaxy long time ago? It's what, far, far away.
But it is a long time ago. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Hmm. I'm gonna still go with R2D2.
All right. All
I'm
right.
surprising myself. I'm not as much of an R2D2 fan, but apparently.
I'm really glad you're learning about yourself. This is a journey of self-discovery. It's beautiful. All right.
Hmm.
Bumblebee versus TikTok.
Bumblebee.
You've TikTok made it this far.
I'm
You
pretty
went this
surprised too.
far. We're gonna have to show this one to our mother. She'll be so proud.
Word to our mother.
All right, drum roll. Bumblebee versus R2D2. I don't know why I said Bumblebee's name first, but it doesn't really matter. Both stellar options in our final two.
Hmm.
And this did not turn out the way I expected it to, but
It didn't? Who did you think would be in the final two?
give me a minute. I'm trying to remember. I thought Wally would make it far, honestly. I thought Wally would be R2D2 right off the bat.
Wally's fun to watch, not fun to be around.
Because that's such an adorable personality and a heart of
Yeah,
gold.
yeah. So you're
So,
thinking about it from your perspective, not
well,
mine.
probably yes. Probably yes. And I also, well, I think, no, I expected TikTok to be Vision, honestly. I think I knew that he annoys you. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just thought Wally would make it further. That's probably the biggest thing. All
I
right,
think
but
for this,
the audience
oh,
is dying to know. Which do you choose for
I
your
think
new?
for this, I'm gonna have to go with Bumblebee
All
because
right,
he's got the friend aspect. He's fun. He always clicks with that, young guy in the movies. So I mean, come on. I guess actually no, there's the Bumblebee movie and then it's the young girl, but he clicks with
gotta
the young
go. Yeah,
crowd. And then he, as far as not being able to talk very well, um,
you have such
you know,
twisted views on Friends. Oh my
it's
God.
just it's just if I have a robot friend, then I don't want them to just be talking to me like a human all the time. Be like, I have enough of that with my human friends. You can stay quiet sometimes, right?
What in the world?
But
I
also
feel like
obviously the practical capabilities of, he can destroy my enemies. I mean, he can drive me places. So
right, right. No, I think it's just your subconscious hating on C3PO to such an extent you don't want to hear any robots speak. I think that's probably what it is. Because
it's
that dude
kind
does.
of it. Every time a robot speaks, they always make him stupid,
What about
except
Baymax?
for Ultron. Well, Baymax, they actually kind of make Baymax stupid, you know? He's friendly
Okay,
stupid.
lovable
He's
stupid.
lighthearted
Yeah, yeah,
stupid,
yeah.
but he's still there's just this
Hmm.
I don't know. Ultron's the only one that's not. And as soon as you're not a robot and you can talk and you're not stupid, then you're evil. So, I
Fair,
don't
fair. Bumblebee would probably take a blaster for you.
Yeah, and probably be fine too. As far as the audience goes, we'll divert to R2D2 as a runner-up if people are annoyed because Bumblebee's an alien and not a robot. Or if he
Like,
counts, then it works.
he counts to me, but I'm like, on the tier of nerdum, I'm somewhere in the middle. So
Well, is a robot a living being?
in some of these, yeah.
No, I mean like
I
in
put
life.
Vision in there. I'm talking about
Vision
fictional
isn't at
robots,
all
my
of.
guy.
I mean, so yeah, they've talked about how I guess the phrase "living intelligence" is circulating on whatever. I don't know. It's I think it's funny because obviously we are living intelligence, but it's just the idea of not only artificial intelligence, but with like bionic body parts and like actually I'm like, oh, that's a full-on vision right there where it's like made out of human skin or human tissue, it's basically human but still run by artificial intelligence. Yeah,
He's
no,
the
I guess
only
that's pretty much vision.
guy on here, and he still lost to TikTok.
Yeah. So, what about you? If you could just choose one out of the batch, who would you choose?
Oh, that's not fair because I love
Carl?
Carl.
I feel like you'd choose
Honestly,
Carl.
it would be between Carl and TikTok, but I think I'd have to choose Carl because TikTok, much as I love him, he's just so big and bulky and you have to wind him and
Yeah, he's like
it'd be
Wally, where
difficult.
it's fun, but it's fun for a minute. And whereas Carl is like would just be fun for many years. And also he sometimes just like pushes on his head and his stomach opens up and he has like spaghetti or something. So I
That's
don't know.
so true. Also, I think that he actually is the one on here who defies your law of robots that can talk are stupid. Because he talks, he's not stupid and he's not evil.
You're right. Actually, he's not stupid. He's not supposed to be like fully likable, but he's not stupid. And yeah, he's great.
I think the main takeaway for everybody is just that they got to go watch Meet the Robinsons and Return to Oz because a lot of people probably don't know what we're talking about.
Probably.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, Bumblebee is the champion. I should have had some sort of like little
You
confetti,
can you can cut away one more time and then just like shrink him a little bit and put a little crown on him.
like a really classy Microsoft Word art, it's like a rainbow. It's like Bumblebee.
You should
Yeah.
make it and then I'll add it to the outro. It'll be perfect.
I mean I can. It's gonna hurt me on the inside because I actually care about graphics looking nice. All right, thank you for playing my game. It's
You
been fun.
care about you care about graphics being looking nice, but at the end of our podcast, every single time we have this AI Silco dancing around.
I didn't put that there. I did
But
for
you didn't tell
yours.
me not to.
Well, that's because he's actually fantastic. So
Hmm.
Yep.
And from just like such an early episode that I can't take them off now because I'm like,
See
but
the
that's,
first episode? I think that was the
I
very
don't
first
think so.
episode. I was like,
I think
look
it was
what I
like
did
three or
with
four.
AI. You're probably right. You're the one who actually does all the editing and the work on these things, so you would know better than me. But I did work this time. Hooray. What a concept.
You asked AI for things.
Shh. That's all we do anyways.
That's true. All right.
Fun.
Well, cool.
All
Thanks
right,
for the
well,
fun
cool.
game.
Yeah, no problem. Fun to
So
mix it
now
up.
is it like a surprise and I actually have a real life bumblebee from you waiting somewhere?
Look under your seat. Don't. You're such a dope. If you even have a seat left there with everything packed up into your moving boxes,
We even packed up our chairs.
that's good. But next week, no podcast, moving day.
Probably. Yeah.
Week after that, podcast probably in person because you'll live here. Woohoo! Well, not here, not with us, but pretty
Right
dang
there
close.
in that room.
Right here in this room.
Nathan's moving in. All right, cool. Well, I'll see you in 2 weeks then, obviously, because we don't interact outside of this podcast.
No, kind of. I don't like talking to you, man. It's so.
See what I'm saying?
Yep. All right.
It's annoying. All right, peace.